Hey,
Yeah.
there's a guy on line 12 wanted to call and thank you for the Priest show. Last night had a good time at Priest.
Is this the Campbell guy?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's the guy. Hey, man, good to talk to you again. How are you?
Good morning, Johnny. Hey, thank you very much for last night, dude. That was a time of a lifetime. I mean, it was just so amazing.
So we hooked him up with this VIP experience. So he got. What time did you have to show up to the gig yesterday?
3 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
And so they did a sound check.
Yeah, we got to go up on stage for the sound check. Richie and Scott were up there. Yeah, we were right up on the stage in front, and he was taking requests. Anything you wanted to hear, he would try to play it if he knew it. If not, he'd give it a shot.
Were you doing just Priest, or were you just yelling out random rock songs?
Just random rock. He'd play Freebird.
You yelled, hold on. He said what? And you yelled, you dick. So, dude, he and his buddy were just having, because it was a great show last night. Everybody was in a great mood. They sold a ton of tickets. Priest sounded like $1 million. Sabaton was incredible. And I thought the show was a stellar show last night, man.
Yes, it was amazing. I've seen him probably 8 times, and that was probably the best show I've ever seen.
Dude, that giant metal coat that Rob Halford has, it's like kind of like it almost looks like pieces of mirror, but it's metal.
Yeah.
And it weighs, how much did you say it weighed, man?
Like 60 pounds. We got to wear the one from Painkiller. It's got all the spikes on it and everything.
Yeah.
And it was huge. I mean, I don't know how he does it.
And Hellbent for Leather, you guys, the motorcycle, did you guys also get to check out the bike?
Yeah, we got a set on it, take pictures of it, and everything. We got to talk to the crew and the whole 9 yards. Those guys were amazing. They were so nice.
Oh, dude, it's how great though. But you sat on the bike. That is, before they start Hellbent,
And
then he rides it out. Yeah, or is it breaking the law? No, I can't remember. Now I've got it off. I think it's
Hellbent for Leather.
But and then the son of a bitch, I meet him last night, and we're talking to everybody. There's a whole group of us that suddenly found each other. People you've never met before.
Right.
There's probably 15 of us all talking at the same time about how much we love Priest. And he whips it out, and he goes, I'm the luckiest guy. And he pulls his phone out, and he shows me a picture. He goes, you guys talk about being scratcher rich all the time?
Right.
Tell Jake.
Yeah, about 3 years ago this week, I hit 100,000 on a $5 scratcher.
Oh, I love you, but F you.
He pulls it out, and he shows me a picture of the winning ticket in his hand. I was like, God dang it.
In that moment, where were you when you scratched it? Where were you? In the car?
I was in my car. I got it here in Blue Springs, and I scratched
What a dick!
it.
He's even closer to me.
And I couldn't. There were so many numbers I couldn't even add it up. I had to scan it to see, and I about crapped my pants.
That's so awesome. We dream of that day.
Yeah, scratcher rich, brother. And
Hey, if I can win it, anybody can.
Dude, and you were on stage during sound check, and you met the guys at Priest, and you sat on the motorcycle, and you wore the coat, and you got to see the show. Nobody likes you, Jeff. Nobody likes you.
Hey, they can suck it.
Dude, it was fun, and your excitement last night was absolutely infectious. Everybody around you felt it, man. So I'm glad you had a great show.
Oh man, it was so great, man. I can't even thank you enough. It was such an amazing time.
Dude, it was killer. I thought Sabaton was great.
Yeah, but they're kind of weird. How can you look like that and smile and play metal?
You know why? Because they're from Sweden. They're Swedish. That's why.
Yeah. And talk about war, and I don't think Sweden's ever been in a war.
No. I walked in that arena, and they were playing. I looked at Chuck, and I go, they got a goddamn tank on stage. And they did. The full-on tank. And then they're all wearing, like, kind of military, quasi-military stuff. And they're a great metal band, but they do smile an awful lot. They're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. They were nuts.
Yeah, I thought they were great. All right. Well, listen, Jeff, you, onward, my friend. Do nothing with yourself today. By the way, when you got that $100,000, I meant to ask you this last night. When you got the $100,000, what did you buy? Did you buy something you always wanted? You went, all right, I'm going to blow through a chunk of this. I'm going to buy something I always wanted.
Yeah, I went out and bought me and my wife 2 Can-Am trikes.
Those are great. The Spiders?
No, I got the Rikers, the sport bike ones.
Beautiful. Those things are bad as S.
Yes, they are 900cc. It's fast.
You still riding? You still riding them?
Yeah. I put about 12,000 miles in the last 3 years.
Dude, let me tell you something, and I don't care what anybody else's opinion is. those things, I was on a trip with A-Hole Bob in Colorado a few years back, and we were getting it pretty solid. We tend to, add 15, 20 miles to the speed limit, even through the mountains, and that's where we kind of, it feels right. We got passed by some guys on Can-Ams like we were sitting still. Like you couldn't keep up with them in the curves. The ability with the 2 tires in the front and the 1 in the back, you can't keep up with that.
Yeah, it's so stable. Mine's fully automatic. So all the hard part of riding is gone. You just ride, enjoy riding.
Well, man, just you be safe. Tell your wife to be safe. Or fill out a will and make me the, recipient of your Can-Am if there's anything left of it.
I take good care of it, so it'll be around for a while.
You're a good man.
That's awesome.
Hey, dude, you enjoy your life, my friend. I'm glad you had a great time last night. I'm glad you won the VIP treatment from Judas Priest. And I'm even happy you are the only human being I've ever met that won big on a scratcher.
Oh, well, thank you, man. It was a great time. And, hey, I just wanted to say Chuck was cool, too, man.
Yeah, dude.
He's a cool dude.
Check him out at loudwire.com. He writes a ton of articles for them, but he's also on Loudwire Nights. You can hear every night syndicated across, I think, 40 different radio stations across America, maybe 48. And he's just overall a good guy. Google him, Chuck Armstrong. He's written magazine articles for Metallica multiple times. He's worked for all their major magazines when they put out their own big magazine. He's written for every major rock band you can imagine. Go back and listen to his interviews. He had Henry Rollins on last night. And so, yeah, Chuck's a good dude. Don't tell him I said so. I don't want him to change.
He was great.
Yeah, stop saying that. He might be listening. Dude, here's what's worse. He has a beautiful, super successful wife and 3 fantastic kids. And now he's got a golden retriever. Son of a bitch. Only thing I can goof on him is he had his nanny drop him off in a minivan yesterday. So, all right, you stay right there. Hold on. Listen, you know what I don't need? I don't need somebody calling me saying how great my friend is. Again, what does this do to my ego? What does this do? How do
Wasn't
I
it
feel?
about you? Didn't we start there?
When you called, it was.
Damn it.
And then it wasn't. And then we have to talk about how great Chuck is. And he is pretty great, but I don't want to talk about it.
God just likes him more.
I didn't hear it. God, without a doubt, likes him more than me. We've had a falling out. We haven't patched it up yet, man. So it's, you are 100 on that one, man.
In news this morning, you will hate this. A cruise ship taking passengers on a 3.5-year round-the-world voyage has finally sailed after spending 4 months stuck in the Northern Ireland capital. The Odyssey left dock and was at anchor this week, completing final paperwork. The ship spent months at their shipyard for rudder and engine repairs. By the way, they were gone so long that 2 passengers got to know each other and got engaged on this boat and plan to marry aboard the ship next year. The Odyssey, in case you were thinking about going, they aim towards adventurous retirees and restless digital nomads.
This is the ship you're saying is the one that you live aboard.
Mm-hmm. It's a residential ship.
So they thought they'd ripped everybody off because people paid. It was, I think, the lowest was for an interior cabin, no windows. It was $100,000, 90-some grand.
Yeah, cabins billed as villas start at $99,000.
So you could basically you would be in a closet,
plus
right?
a monthly fee.
But for more money, you get your own suite, and you live and you cruise forever. You live there. You live on the ship.
At least 15 years is at the end of that sentence. Yeah. So at that $100,000 plus a monthly fee for the operational life of the vessel. At least 15 years, yes.
I wonder what but the HOA they're talking about monthly. Like, wonder what that number is. But I can't. There's part of me that goes, that's really interesting. Mm-hmm. Well,
because you get to see things maybe you've never seen.
They have a doctor. They have a doctor. They have a little hospital. They have food. They have all of these things. So why wouldn't you if you were old? Mm-hmm. If it was going to cost you $100,000 to live somewhere, like say a nursing home or whatever it takes you to live, your home, your apartment, your whatever you live in, your condo, why not? Because it's a one-time $100,000. You understand? And then the fee. Yeah. It's not $100,000 a year. So if you went 15 years, divide that up what it cost you to live there.
Yep.
That's not a bad idea.
They say on its maiden voyage, It's scheduled to visit 425 ports in 147 countries on 7 continents.
I cannot wait for the reality show of old people hating each other more than cancer itself. Because you're stuck on a ship with a bunch of old people who are going to have feuds, and they're never going to get better, and you're going to be constantly mad because you can never get off the ship until it comes into port.
It is a floating paradise. That's what they call it, John. Complete with a gym, spa, entertainment facilities, onboard hospital, business center, culinary arts center. Again, cabins built as villas.
You sound like you're trying to place me into a home. Dad, you're going to love it here.
They've got an art center, and there's a gym.
There's a culinary center? You mean the lunchroom?
Kitchen?
Yeah. But I can see
You're right.
My mom would have loved to do that. She would have thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Mike's mom just joked about this recently, and I'm like, do it. You should do it.
Yes.